Yeah, I know. Just got out of the shower from a long day's work again. I know my hair is also not groomed at the moment, and I'm gonna get to it. But before I do, I want to just come on here real quick and just talk about Jane Remover once again, which I know I made two videos talking about her right up to this point. She's basically one of my favorite artists of the year at this point. And again, her Heart EP, incredible. Revenge Seekers, incredible. And now with this new project that I finally got the chance to checking out, ghost holding under her alias name Venturing. This project here is absolutely incredible. I cannot believe that it took me this long to finally give it a shot, especially considering that this was an album that I was definitely planning to listen to after getting into Revenge Seekers and going back to her back catalog with Sense Designated and Frailty and what have you. And I was going to listen to this album unironically and talk about it eventually, but with so many like other songs that came out in the wake of Revenge Seekers under that Jane has dropped, it made me harder and harder to actually listen to the project over time. But now that like things are starting to slow down, gave this album a listen, and I think it's incredible. I think that this to me is like an incredible must listen to project if you are not only a huge fan of Jane Remover's Heart EP, which I feel like a lot of the ideas and themes is really reminiscent of what is to come with that Heart EP project, but also a lot of what you would listen to in this project would soon follow up in Revenge Seekers. And while this music, the genre may not be for many, because at the end of the day, it's like a rock, avid rock, indie rock, maybe like an emo type of genre, I think that this is performed exponentially really, really well. I don't know what it is about this project that I'm just so gravitated to, but ever since I fell in love with the Heart EP and Revenge Seekers, I've just been so encapsulated with Jane's voice that like the Ghost Holding album feels like the a culmination of everything that Jane has been like holding in for so long. And again, considering that her last project since Disney was more of an emotional roller coaster transition for her respectfully, I think that Ghost Holding is like really to me the true transitional point of where Jane became the artist that I come to know and love from Revenge Seekers and onwards. And Ghost Hunting is incredible. There are currently, if I remember correctly, there are 13 tracks off of this project. There's actually even 19 if you include the physical version, which now I gotta fucking find the physical version of this album and listen to the rest because I'm addicted to this project. Been listening to it this past freaking week alone, and I instantly now have another reason why Jane Remover's Revenge Seekers is my favorite album of the year. The Heart EP is my favorite album of the year, and now this one. So just gonna shout out some tracks that I absolutely love, more or less, from songs like No Sleep, Recoil, Dead Forever, which, oh god, I don't know what it is, but that's easily the best track off the album. It's just so mind numbingly addicting. Six slash Relapse, and Sister being like this amazing closer of the emotional point. And man, the physical release tracks I'm seeing right now, I cannot wait to also check out when I find a physical copy myself to listen to because this project is incredible. It's honestly, in my view, for any like hardcore Jane Remover fans, this is probably the most underrated project in Jane's catalog at the moment. Because again, considering that this was released under a different alias, which was under Venturing, her alias name, and I just also found out that this also wasn't the first project that dropped her. Apparently, that the Venturing alias dropped under the 2023's Arizona EP, which I also now want to get into and listen to somehow. And again, all I gotta say is that this project, while again, this may not be again at the end of the day for a lot of people, but this is just a project that I'm just so infatuated with that like I really genuinely think that this is a album that can really help you go through some really hard times, really emotional roller coasters, and just has again performances by Jane that are just super unheard of and just feels a lot more put together compared to Senses Designated. That makes sense. So yeah, overall, Ghost Holding, amazing project. You love the Heart EP, you love Revenge Seekers. Please go check this project out. It's an incredible project, and simply wanted to talk about it real quick. And that's it. I'll see you on the next one. Later.